The explosion on Sarnix V, the sky above Sarnix V burned red. Fire and smoke filled the air as the ground shook. The battlefield was chaos. Alien soldiers shouted orders in their language. Plasma guns screamed. People ran for cover. But through the dust and flames, one figure moved slowly. It was a human soldier. Logan. His armor was cracked. One side of his face was burned. Blood poured from his side. A large piece of shrapnel was stuck in his stomach. But he didn't scream. He didn't fall. He just kept walking. Alien medics saw him and froze. He should be dead, one of them whispered in fear. His vitals, impossible, said another. That injury would kill any of us in seconds. Logan walked past them like he couldn't hear. He stopped in the middle of the camp, looked at the sky, then laughed. That all you got? He said, smiling. Through bloody teeth, the alien medics stared, shocked. One of them dropped her scanner. Get him to the medical tent, a medic shouted. Move, now. They rushed to help him. But Logan raised his hand. I'm fine, he said. You are not fine, the medic said. You are dying. Nah, Logan said with a shrug. I've had worse. They pulled him anyway. He didn't resist. As they placed him on the table, scanners lit up. Numbers blinked red. His heart rate was falling. His blood pressure was low. He had already lost too much blood. Prepare emergency regeneration fluid, one medic screamed. His body will reject it, said another. He's human. Their biology is different. We have to try. They injected the fluid. Logan flinched, but didn't cry out. His body trembled. Then he took a deep breath and the bleeding slowed. The medics watched in silence. His body is adapting, the youngest medic said, like it knows how to survive. Logan looked at her and winked. See? Just give it a minute. You're insane, she said. Maybe, Logan replied, but I'm still breathing. The medical tent fell silent. Outside, explosions still echoed, but inside, time seemed to stop. The lead medic stared at Logan's wound. It had started to close, no stitches, no machines, just skin pulling itself back together. What are you? The medic asked softly. Logan sat up slowly. His hands still shook, but his eyes were clear. Just human, he said. No, the medic replied. You are something else. We've treated warriors from 10 species. None survive injuries like that. Your kind, and you don't break. You bend, you bleed, but you don't stop. Logan stood, ignoring their protests. Where are you going? The young medic asked. Back out there, Logan said. I've got people to protect. But your body will catch up, he said. It always does. As he stepped out of the tent, sunlight hit his armor. It was scratched, dirty, soaked in blood. But he looked like a ghost from legend. Unkillable. Unshaken. Alien soldiers stopped to watch him pass. Whispers followed him. He survived a direct hit. He laughed after the explosion. He should be dead. Logan didn't hear them, or maybe he did, but he didn't care. One alien commander approached him. Soldier, you should rest. No time, Logan said. They're hitting the south flank next. That's where my squad is. Your courage is illogical, the commander said. Logan smiled again. No, it's human. And then he walked into the fire once more. The pain they can't understand. The battlefield had gone quiet. After the explosion, after the smoke faded, only silence remained, but it wasn't peace. It was the kind of silence that comes before another storm. Logan sat on a metal crate outside the ruined command tent. His armor was still stained with dried blood. The gash in his side was half-healed, crusted over with a strange mix of human blood and alien dust. Near him stood 3 alien medics and a young nurse named Ariel. She was the youngest in the unit, barely 20 in human years. She had never seen a real battle before, never treated a human. She stared at Logan as if he were a ghost. Do you feel pain? She asked softly. Logan looked up. His face was tired, but calm. Of course, he said. Pain just doesn't stop us, that's the trick. She blinked, confused. But your insides were open. You lost so much blood. How did you keep walking? Logan didn't answer right away. Instead, he looked toward the smoking horizon. You ever seen an old earth dog? He finally asked. Limping, broken teeth, blind in one eye. But it still guards the house. Doesn't care if it's hurt, it just does its job. Iriel nodded slowly. That's how we are, Logan said. We were built by pain, trained by it. Pain teaches. Pain reminds us we're still alive. The older medic, Dr. Shivak, stepped forward. He held a device, an alien scanner made to study cell activity. Lie down again, please, he said. We're not done examining your body. Logan sighed but obeyed. They scanned him head to toe. The screen flashed red, then yellow, then red again. Alien text scrolled fast. Numbers didn't match their expectations. His nervous system is overactive, Dr. Shivak said. He should be, in shock. And yet I'm not, Logan replied. Your white cells attacked our fluid, Iriel said. But then, your blood changed, adapted. It used the fluid as fuel. Yeah, we do that, Logan said, not even surprised. The medic stepped back. You're not just healing, Dr. Shivak said. You're changing. Logan looked up at him. What do you mean? Your cells are dividing faster than we've ever seen. Not cancer, not regeneration, evolution. Logan sat up straight. That's new, he said. Suddenly, the camp alarms screamed. Red lights flashed. Enemy movement, a soldier shouted. North Ridge. Logan stood instantly. You need rest, Iriel shouted. I'll sleep when I'm dead, he said, walking toward the weapons rack. He grabbed his rifle, slung it over his shoulder, then took a second one. You can't go alone, the commander yelled. Logan didn't stop walking. Watch me. The North Ridge was a mess of broken hills and old trenches. Alien snipers moved between rocks. Half the soldiers sent there were already dead. Logan moved low and fast. His heart was pounding. Every breath burned, but he kept going. He didn't think about the pain. He focused on the mission. He spotted a fallen alien soldier, still alive. Logan dragged him to cover, then turned and fired 3 shots. The enemy fell. Another sniper hit his arm. He flinched. But he didn't stop. He wrapped his arm with torn cloth and kept moving. His comm buzzed. It was Iriel's voice. You're hit, again, Logan answered calmly. Just a scratch. It pierced your bone. Still a scratch. You'll die out there. Logan paused behind a rock, bleeding again. He looked at the sky. No, I won't, he said quietly. I can't. He sprinted into enemy fire, shooting without missing. He moved like someone who had nothing to lose, or someone who had already died before and came back different. Hours later, the ridge was quiet. The enemy had fallen back. Logan stood at the top, holding his shoulder. Iriel and a group of medics reached him. You need surgery, she said. Logan shook his head. Just patch it. Why won't you let us help you? Iriel asked. He looked at her. Because you're still trying to treat me like one of you, he said. But I'm not anymore. What are you then? Logan looked out at the stars above. I'm human, he said. And that means pain isn't the end. It's just the beginning. Iriel looked at him with awe and a bit of fear. Inside her scanner, Logan's blood was glowing. Something was changing, and the galaxy had no idea what was coming next. The secret inside human blood, inside the mobile lab of Outpost Delta 6, a drop of Logan's blood floated inside a clear containment sphere. The blood pulsed, once, then again, as if it were alive. Alien scientists stood around it, silent. Dr. Shivak typed on his console with fast, nervous fingers. Graphs formed on the screen. Waves rose and fell. Numbers climbed higher than expected. His blood is reacting to the scanners, Shivak whispered. Reacting? To light? Iriel asked. Not light. Awareness. Shivak swallowed. His blood knows we're Watching it, Iriel stepped back. "That's not normal," she said. "No," he replied. "This is something else. Something old. Something hidden." In the medbay, Logan sat shirtless on the table. Deep scars lined his chest and back. Some were fresh. Others looked ancient. A war journal written in skin. His right arm was wrapped in alien mesh bandages. It had been shattered during the battle, at the ridge, but now the bone had fused again, without surgery, without drugs, just time. And Will Iriel entered slowly. "Your blood, it changed again." Logan looked at her. "How bad is it?" "It's not bad," she said. "It's impossible." He didn't respond. "You don't seem surprised." Logan took a slow breath. "I'm not." "Why?" He hesitated, then quietly, "Because it's happened before." Flashback. 6 years ago. Earthut Logan sat in a military hospital. The doctors told him he wouldn't walk again. Both legs crushed, spine twisted. 3 months later, he was running. The doctors ran tests, found nothing, called it a miracle. Logan didn't believe in miracles, just pain, and pushing through it. Over time, his body got stronger. Wounds that should take weeks healed in days. His muscles didn't tear from strain. They adapted. He never told anyone. He thought it was just him. Maybe bad luck, maybe good genes. But now, on this alien world, he wasn't so sure anymore. Back in the lab, Dr. Shevak spoke into a recorder. The human subject's blood carries fragments of something ancient, something buried in the DNA, a dormant sequence not found in any other species. It awakens under trauma. "You're saying his blood evolves?" another scientist asked. "Not just evolves. Remembers." "Remembers what?" "Everything." Meanwhile, a transmission reached a secret enemy facility, a rogue faction of the Dralax, a cold-blooded reptilian race known for harvesting unique genes. The transmission showed a blurry image. Logan, covered in wounds, standing after being shot. The Dralax leader hissed in delight. "Find him," she said. "Bring me the blood." At Outpost Delta 6, Logan stood at the edge of the perimeter watching the stars. Iriel approached. She held a small device, his scanned blood isolated and locked. "This can whatever is inside you," she said. "It's not normal. Your blood, your cells, they act like they've been waiting for war." "Maybe they have," Logan said. "What if you're not just a soldier?" Logan turned to her. "What if you're the first of something new?" she asked. He didn't answer. Just then, the outpost alarm roared. "Unknown vessel detected," someone shouted. "Approaching fast." Logan grabbed his gear. "What is it?" Iriel asked. Logan's voice was low, steady. "Someone who heard about me," he said. "And now they want a piece." A black ship broke through the clouds, sleek, silent, deadly. Dralax soldiers descended in armor. Their weapons hummed with dark energy. They weren't here to fight a war. They were here to collect a sample. Logan met them at the edge of the base. "Target identified," one of the Dralax said. "Do not damage the brain or spine. Bring him in breathing." Logan tilted his head. "You picked the wrong human," he said. They fired first. Logan moved like lightning. The first blast hit him in the shoulder. It spun him around, but he didn't fall. He pulled his knife and closed the distance. He stabbed the first one in the ear. Throat blasters roared. Smoke filled the air. Logan was hit again. In the leg. He dropped to one knee. Another Dralax moved in. Too close. Too slow. Logan roared and slammed his head into the attacker's jaw. Bones cracked. Then he stood again. Still bleeding. Still smiling. "Take him down," a Dralax captain shouted. Logan picked up a fallen energy blade. It hissed in his hand. Unfamiliar tech. Didn't matter. He fought with fire in his eyes. 20 minutes later, the field was quiet again. Bodies everywhere. Logan stood alone, gasping, his arms shaking, but he was still alive. Shevak and Iriel ran to him. "We need to stabilize you." Logan grabbed Iriel's wrist. His hands were covered in blood, not all his own. Don't you see? He said. They didn't come for me. They came for what's inside me.
Iriel stared at him, horrified. Dr. Shivak whispered, "You are no longer just human." Logan looked down at his hands. His blood glowed again, brighter now. "Then let's find out what I am," he said. Fire in the bones. The night on Sarnix Vi was colder
than usual, but inside Logan's body, fire was growing. He stood in the medical chamber, stripped to the waist. Thick scars ran across his back, glowing faintly. His eyes looked tired, but not weak. There was something deeper now. Something ancient. Your blood, Dr. Shivak whispered. It's changing your bones. They ache, Logan said, gripping the edge of the table. They're reinforcing, Shivak continued, hardening beyond any known organic material. You're not healing anymore. You're upgrading. Logan didn't answer. His chest rose and fell slowly. Do you feel pain? Iriel asked. Logan looked at her. Yes, he said. It just doesn't stop me. Hours later, Logan sat in isolation. Sweat covered his body. His vision blurred. Every nerve felt like fire. He saw flashes, memories that weren't his, burning skies. Massive creatures. Red planets, a voice echoed inside his head. You were not made to survive. You were made to evolve. He gritted his teeth. Who are you? He asked the voice. But no answer came. In orbit, a massive ship drifted toward Sarnix V, sleek, black and ancient. It did not broadcast signals. It had no identification. It was not built by any current species. Inside, cold eyes watched Logan's life feed. The human is beginning stage 3, said a figure wrapped in silver armor. We waited long enough, said another. Prepare the purifier. What if he resists? The leader smiled. Then we'll burn the world to take what's inside him. At dawn, Outpost Delta 6 woke to sirens. A beam of blue fire split the sky and struck one of the outer towers. The explosion shook the ground. Logan ran out, half-armored, carrying his weapon. Enemy force? He asked the comm officer. No, the officer said. It's, something else. It just appeared in orbit. Massive. Ancient tech. They're not responding. Logan looked up at the sky. They're here for me. How do you know? Because they're not attacking to kill, he said. They're here to take. Iriel ran to him. Logan, your vitals are unstable. You shouldn't fight. Logan turned to her, his eyes glowing faintly gold. That's the thing, Iriel, he said. I don't think I'm just fighting anymore. I think I'm becoming something they fear. In the main chamber, Dr. Shivak reviewed the last blood sample. His white cells have replaced red ones. His nerves are coated in energy-reactive protein. His heart is pumping faster than any known species, 3 times faster than before. He looked up. This is no longer human evolution. This is something older, something built for war. Suddenly, the enemy landed. They weren't soldiers. They were collectors, biological machines wearing humanoid armor. They moved without speaking, no emotion, no fear. They walked into gunfire like it was rain. Logan grabbed his rifle and stood at the gate. Get the wounded out, he shouted. You're hurt too, a soldier said. Logan stepped forward. Then I'll slow them down. He charged into the fight. One of the collectors grabbed him by the neck. Its hands burned with energy. Logan screamed, but not in pain. In rage, he grabbed the collector's wrist and crushed it. Bones cracked. Metal screamed. He threw the creature into a wall. It shattered. More came. They surrounded him. Logan's back arched. His body shook. The fire in his veins exploded. His skin glowed faintly orange. His wounds sealed in seconds. He leapt into the air and slammed his fist down. The shockwave crushed 3 enemies instantly. Everyone froze. What was that? Iriel whispered. Logan stood in the crater, breathing hard. That, he said, was stage 3. Inside the enemy ship, alarms began to sound. He's activating the core sequence, one of the operators shouted. We must stop him now. If he reaches stage 4, we can't contain it. Launch the purifier. Back on the surface, the sky opened again. This time it wasn't a beam. It was a black cylinder the size of a tower, descending. Fast Logan stared at it, his eyes widened. They're going to burn the planet, he said, not just me, everyone. Then we evacuate, a commander yelled. Logan shook his head. There's no time. What are you going to do? Logan looked at Iriel. One last time, I'll stop it. How? He didn't answer. He just ran toward the impact site. The purifier hit the ground like a god's hammer. Fire exploded in every direction. Everything went white. For a few seconds, there was only silence. Then, movement. Inside the smoke stood a figure. Logan. His body no longer looked fully human. Parts of his skin were plated. His veins glowed. His voice echoed louder now. You wanted my blood, he said. You forgot to ask if it wanted you. He raised his hand, and the purifier exploded from the inside. Later that night, the ground was quiet. Again. Logan sat alone, staring at his hands. Iriel approached. What are you now? Logan didn't look up. I don't know, he said. But I think it's just beginning. And somewhere deep inside his blood, something ancient smiled. The evolution problem. 3 days after the purifier explosion, Sarnix V was quiet. The enemy ship had fled. The black fire in the sky had faded. The air still smelled like smoke and melted metal. But something else had changed. Logan. He sat alone in a recovery tent, shirtless, covered in bandages. Not because of wounds. They had all healed. The bandages were there to stop the light. His skin glowed now, dim but steady. Lines of orange pulsed beneath his arms, across his spine, even through his fingertips. He's not human anymore, Doctor, Shevak whispered. At least, not completely. His DNA is rewriting itself, said Iriel. Every time he sleeps, it changes more. He's becoming something we don't understand. They weren't wrong. Logan had started to forget things, simple things. His rank, his age, the name of his old squad. He looked into the mirror and didn't recognize the man staring back. His eyes used to be brown. Now, they glowed gold. That night, Logan stood outside the base, looking at the stars. They seemed closer now, like he could reach them. Iriel walked up beside him. You haven't eaten in 2 days. Not hungry, he said. Your body needs fuel. Logan turned to her. My body makes fuel now. She hesitated. Do you remember my name? Logan stared, his eyes narrowed, brows furrowed. No, he said softly. Iriel looked away. It's starting, isn't it? He asked. The final stage. We don't know that. Yes, we do. He touched his head. I can feel it, like someone else is taking the wheel. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, alien factions argued in hidden war rooms. Some wanted to help Logan, protect him. They believed he was a key to survival against future threats. Others, especially the Dralax, wanted him destroyed before he became a god. He's a danger to all life, one alien leader hissed. Or a shield, another replied. What if he chooses to fight for us? And what if he doesn't? On Sarnix Vi, Logan's body kept changing. He could no longer feel cold. He stopped sleeping. He began to hear things. Signals, voices in the radio waves, messages buried in static. He sat alone and stared at the wall for hours. One night, his fingertips sparked with lightning. He whispered, "Make it stop." But it didn't. Indike, the lab, Dr. Shevak showed Iriel the latest scans. Logan's brainwaves had doubled. He's not just thinking faster, Shevak said. His mind is connecting to something larger, something outside this planet. You mean the network? No, he said. Something older. Something buried in human DNA for thousands of years. Iriel looked at the screen. What if his mind breaks? Then we lose him. Logan walked into the room behind them. He had heard every word. "You won't lose me," he said. They turned. He was standing straighter now, stronger, more alien. "Then tell me this," Shevak asked. "What's your name?" Logan opened his mouth, then closed it. "I don't know anymore." That night the visions returned, burning suns, fallen empires, strange symbols in red, and a face, human, but older than time. It stared at him from the dark. "We failed before," the voice said. "Don't fail again." Logan woke up gasping. His veins glowed white. The next morning Ariel tried to speak with him. "We want to help you." Logan smiled weakly. "How do you help someone becoming something he doesn't want to be?" "We don't know." "Then maybe. I need to go where no one gets hurt." "What do you mean?" Logan picked up his gear. "I'm leaving the base. You can't. If I stay, they'll come again. And next time, I might not be able to stop it." Ariel stepped in front of him. "Then let me come with you." "Why?" "Because you saved me. Because you saved all of us. And because maybe you don't have to face this alone." Logan looked at her for a long time, then nodded. As they left the base, the stars above flickered. A ship watched from orbit. Inside, alien eyes tracked Logan's movement. "He is leaving the nest," said the observer. "Stage 4 is near. Prepare." "The Alpha Blade," the commander replied. "If he becomes too strong, we end it ourselves." Down on the surface, Logan walked into the wild night. His body no longer felt like his own. His memories faded like smoke. But one thing remained clear. The war inside him was just beginning. They tried to kill him again. Night fell heavy across the dead hills of Sarnix Vi. The stars were hidden behind thick clouds. A cold wind howled through the rocks. Logan and Ariel walked in silence, far from the outpost, far from the war. "Do you remember anything new?" she asked softly. Logan shook his head. "I remember pain. The rest comes and goes. Faces. Names. Like broken glass." She looked at him. "You're still you." Logan didn't reply. Deep down, he wasn't sure anymore. His skin still glowed under the surface, faint lines of gold and white that pulsed with every heartbeat. His blood was no longer red. It shimmered. His strength was increasing, but his control was slipping. He was becoming something no one fully understood, not even himself. Miles above, the Alpha Blade uncloaked. It was not just a warship. It was a cleanser, a weapon sent only when there was no other choice. Inside, the captain of the Drilax assassins stood over a holomap. "The subject is unstable," she said. "This is our last chance to eliminate him." "We'll need precision," her second-in-command said. "His body is no longer organic. Our weapons may not work. Then we adapt, just like him." She turned to her soldiers. "Bring me the head of the unkillable human." At dawn, Logan felt it, a sharp wave of pressure like thunder without sound. He stopped walking. "They're here," he said. "Who?" Ariel asked. He looked toward the horizon. "Killers, not soldiers. Assassins. Then we run." Logan shook his head. "No, we finish this." They set up camp in an old mining outpost. Empty buildings, cracked walls, dust everywhere. Logan sat in the center of the courtyard, silent, eyes closed. He waited, and they came. 12 assassins, cloaked in black, dropped silently from the sky. They moved like shadows. Logan opened his eyes. "I was wondering when you'd show up." They didn't speak. One of them rushed forward with a glowing blade. Logan moved too fast to see. The assassin's body hit the wall, crushed. "Still want to try?" Logan asked. The others attacked all at once. Blades sang, guns flashed. Logan fought. Without holding back, his fists cracked bones. His elbows shattered armor. Plasma blasts hit his chest, but they didn't pierce his skin. Ariel hid behind a broken column, watching in horror. Logan wasn't just fighting. He was hungry for it. His movements were brutal. Sharp, unstoppable. He didn't dodge. He took the hits and gave worse back. But then one of the assassins threw a new weapon, dark, humming, spinning fast. It hit Logan square in the chest. A loud crack filled the air. Logan froze, then fell. His body twitched. Smoke rose from his skin. "We got him," one assassin said. They approached slowly. Logan's body didn't move. His eyes were closed. Heart rate 0. "Bag him," their captain ordered. Quickly, but something was wrong. The ground began to shake. Logan's body twitched again, then arched violently. His mouth opened and he screamed. Not in pain, in fury. His eyes snapped open, completely white. His veins turned black, then gold. The assassin stepped back, afraid. "Fall back," the captain shouted, but it was too late. Logan stood, taller now, brighter. The air around him shimmered, his voice echoed. Deeper, layered. "You tried to kill me." "Again," he said. "You should have tried harder." He raised one hand. The ground exploded under the assassin's feet. One by one, they were torn apart. Logan moved like lightning, too fast to follow. He struck with fists of pure energy. The last assassin screamed before being slammed into the earth. Then, silence. Logan stood in the ruins, glowing like a dying star. Iriel stepped out, trembling. "Logan?" she whispered. He turned slowly. His face was calm, his eyes softening. He fell to one knee. "I can't stop it," he said. "I'm losing who I am." Iriel rushed to him, wrapped her arms around him. "Then hold on to me," she said. "I'll help you remember." Logan held on. His body was changing, but his heart still beat. For now, on the Alpha Blade, the mission captain reported failure. "The subject reached stage 5, she said. "He is beyond our reach." "Prepare the failsafe," the Overlord replied. "But it will destroy the entire planet." "Then so be it. One world is worth losing to stop him." Back on Sarnix Vive, Logan looked at the sky. He could feel it coming. The real end. "They're going to burn it all," he said. "This time, they mean it." "What do we do?" Iriel asked. Logan's eyes glowed brighter. "We stop running." He stood tall again. "We fight the last fight. The man who refused to die." The ground trembled as Logan stood on the edge of the cliff, staring up at the sky. Above him, the Alpha Blade ship grew larger by the second. It wasn't just a ship anymore. It was a god's hammer falling from the stars. Inside, the Overlord of the Dralax gave the final order. "Ignite the core. Burn everything. End this failure of evolution." A glowing orb appeared under the ship, spinning faster and faster. It was a planet killer, a weapon that could melt the surface of Sarnix Vi in seconds. Iriel stood beside Logan, gripping his arm. "We can't stop that," she said. "It's too big." Logan looked at her. His eyes were calm, strong, glowing white with hints of gold. "Maybe we can't," he said softly. "But I can." "How?" He took her hand and placed something small in it. A data chip. "This has everything," he said. "My blood scans. My evolution records. Give it to someone who understands. Someone who will protect it." "Why are you talking like this is goodbye?" Logan smiled gently. "Because it is." No, you said we'd fight together." "We did," he said. "But this part only I can do." Before she could answer, Logan took off running, straight toward the fire. The air burned hotter with every step. The sky turned red as the purifier core charged up. The planet beneath him began to crack. Still, Logan ran. His body glowed now like a star trapped in skin. With each heartbeat, waves of golden energy burst from him. Plants grew behind him even as the earth crumbled. He reached the highest peak, a mountain dead from war and time. Logan stopped. He looked at the sky and screamed. The sound shattered the clouds. Above, the Overlord's ship locked on. Fire. The core released its energy. A beam of white death straight at Logan. Iriel, watching from far below, covered her face and screamed. But Logan didn't run. He jumped into the beam. And everything exploded. Light swallowed the world. Fire consumed. The sky, for minutes there was nothing but blinding energy. And then, a voice, a whisper. Get up. Logan opened his eyes. He was standing, somehow, alive, but not the same. His skin was cracked with light. His heart beat like a thunder drum. His bones felt like metal and flame. He raised his hand. The beam stopped. He caught it. The planet killer weapon roared and twisted in the air, but it couldn't move forward. Logan's body glowed brighter. His feet sank into the stone. The mountain trembled beneath him. With one last breath, he pushed the beam back, all the way to the sky. It slammed into the ship that sent it. The alpha blade shattered like glass. Burning metal fell in pieces. Ariel dropped to her knees. He did it? She whispered. He stopped it. Days later, teams arrived from allied worlds to rescue the survivors. But no one found Logan. Just a crater where the mountain used to be. Still warm, still glowing faintly. Some say he died that day. Others say he became something else. A new force. Not a god, not a weapon, but a guardian. Years passed. The war ended. Peace returned to Sarnix Viriel became a teacher. She told children the story of a man who refused to die. A man who walked through fire, through pain, through fear, and kept going. A human. His name was Logan. And in secret labs across the stars, scientists studied the blood samples he left behind. They found no virus, no tech, no magic, just one strange truth. Human cells respond to destruction by becoming stronger. And Logan? They say he still walks, somewhere out there, watching, waiting, for the next time the galaxy forgets what it means to be human.